Hey you, yeah you, the one staring at Todoroki on the character page because you just got him, but you don't want to play him because you think he's a bootleg Bakugo. Well, think again, fellow gamers. I'm about to enlighten you on the multi-tool of My Hero Ultra Rumble, and how if you play him well, you can become one of the best players in your lobby. So pick up your mouse or your controller, smash the select button on his face, and get into that game, because you know once you get in there, you'll never want to leave. Let's get into Shoto Todoroki's character guide. So his abilities are as follows. He has Blazing Fields of Roaring Fire, which I like to call Shoot Fire. He has Heaven Piercing Ice Wall, which I like to call Ice Wall, and he has Ice Stalagmite, which I like to call He Shoots Ice Out of His Feet. He also has a special action called Scorching Flame Wave, which I like to call Makes a Line of Fire. So his first quirk, Shoots Fire, is really good for dealing lots of damage in a short amount of time. He has great range when he gets to high level and doesn't have bad damage. So let's look at this slowed down clip. As you can see, it's not like Dabby's. Shoots a straight ball of fire directly at the enemy, and at max damage it does 85, which for his fire rate really isn't bad at all. So here's a bit of gameplay. As you can see, he has such high fire rate, and that can be really useful, especially when at medium and long ranges, because it means that you don't actually have to get into the fight too far to be able to defeat your enemies. All of Todoroki's fire attacks also burn, so they will deal damage over time. His only drawback, I would say, is stay at range. Make sure you don't get in too close, because that's when Todoroki is really vulnerable. Todoroki's Ice Wall is really good at dealing high amounts of damage. The only thing I would say is you're very close, so make sure that you're not in a vulnerable position, but it can be used to deal a lot of damage down enemies, and it can also be used, as I'm about to show in this gameplay, to block off entrances to stop your enemies from getting to you. So as you can see here, I'm battling a Kirishima. He damages me, so I decide to use my Ice Wall. It's not the best placement from me, but as you can see, it takes up the entirety of the passageway. So if you need to block an enemy off, or if you want to make a route for the enemy not to go, that's how you do it. The main drawback for me is, like I said earlier, you're really close, so make sure that you have a way to get out if you are using his Ice Wall to damage. So he shoots ice out of his feet is a really good movement ability to use on Todoroki. As you can see, it gets quite far, especially at higher levels. Distance does change as the level gets higher, but it can also be used just for attacks. If you stand still and use the ability, it will just shoot the ice in front of you. If you move with it, it will move with you. But as you can see, it does a lot of damage, and also for a time it freezes an enemy, which is really good to get 1 or 2 attacks in if you need to. The main drawback of Shoots Ice out of his feet is that you can use it at the wrong time, so you can get into an enemy's path if you use it badly, so make sure you use it the right way. Much like in this clip here, you're actually moving towards the enemy to be able to freeze them, so if you use it at the wrong time or use it too early, you will end up right on top of the enemy when you finish the animation, so you want to make sure you're trying not to do that. So Makes a Line of Fire can be really useful because it deals tick damage over time, it burns enemies, and when you shoot it out it stays for quite a long time. It does 10 damage all across the board because it's not actually one you can level up. It can be really good for finishing enemies, especially if you don't have time to use a finishing move. It can also be really useful just for dealing little bits of damage over time if you know that you're going to be close to an enemy for quite a long time. The one main drawback of this ability can be its range. If you're stood too far away, you will miss this attack almost all the time. As you can see in this clip here, I throw it a bit short and it doesn't manage to hit the Bakugo. If you do this, you want to make sure you're close enough so that you're guaranteed to hit it every single time you use it. So now you know how to play the multi-tool of My Hero Ultra Rumble. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, leave a comment on your feedback. I'm always looking to get your guys' feedback on videos so I can improve the next one. Thank you so much for the support on my last video. It's got on over 600 views. That's insane. I didn't think I'd get 600 views on my 9th video, so that's incredible. Hopefully you'll enjoy this one. I took a lot more time in making this one, made sure it was good. And yeah, so that's me signing off for now, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!